Caught my girlfriend cheating, and now she is mad at me. I just need a place to vent. So last weekend, I caught my girlfriend cheating. She was coming out of a bar with another guy, and then they started hugging outside and inside of the car. This lasted for about 4 to 5 minutes. As she pulled off to leave, I stood in front of the car before she could drive off. Her jaw dropped to the floor and I walked away. She then calls me, and is mad that I lied to her about being at work that night. I left early, and using her location to find her at a bar with another man. I told her she is just trying to flip the wrong she did on me when she was the one out cheating. She says she didn't cheat. Earlier that night when I was leaving work because I felt ill, I called and texted her. No response. Then I sent her a text saying emergency. She called back in 2 minutes. I told her I feel really sick. I left work early and I tried to drive home but I can't. Can you come get me please? I'm on the side of the road off the interstate. She said no, I can't. I'm at a pool party and I've had something to drink and I don't want to drive. I can call you an Uber or something. I was really disappointed, and just slept on the side of the road for a few hours until I felt better. This was around 11 p.m. At 2 a.m., I wake up, no calls or text from her, so I called her when I started to feel better when I noticed she was still out by the sounds in the background of the phone call. She got mad at me for expecting her to drive to help me on the side of the road when she said she had a drink, and at this point she is yelling saying I was at a pool party, and I had a drink. I offered a solution. Leave me alone about it, I'm on my way home. I found it very odd she was yelling at me for something I needed her help with. I've never asked for help at all in the 3 years we were together. Plus, I noticed her car sounded like she was parking somewhere. So, I pull up her location that she shared with me years ago but never used. She wasn't on her way home, she was at the bar with some dude. When I got there around 3 a.m., and saw them together by the car, I took pictures and video of what I saw. She now is trying to deny that I saw what I saw. She said I violated her trust and privacy by stalking her, basically coming to where she said she wasn't, and says she met him that night. All she did was hug him goodbye, and when he tried to kiss her neck she pushed him off. From my video, it didn't happen that way. They were hugging each other for minutes and it looked like they were kissing. She denies it, and refuses to accept what I saw with my own 2 eyes standing right behind them and with proof. She now says I was in the wrong and is mad at me. How is this possible for her when I am the one that is mad and should be pissed? Comment. Dude, you know what you saw and you have the videos and pictures too. I may come on she's mad at you because you caught her cheating? Actually, my ex got mad at me because I caught her cheating too, but you know what you do, right? Tell them and you go live a good life. If she has the balls to get mad at you for catching her cheating and you don't break up, well, this is just icing on the cake. Everything will be your fault. Every time ends up in her mouth somehow by your actions. You're the one who put it there and drive her to it. I agree. You need to break up with her and publicly shame her with your friends, her friends, your family, her family, loved ones, and etc. with those photos of her and the other man kissing before she labels you the one at fault. She is gaslighting you, trying to make you feel crazy. But, your video is all the proof you need. Drop her like a hot potato, and move on. If you're worried about her talking and making you look like the bad guy, post her cheat video online with the whole story about that night, stating that's why you broke up. Good luck to you. She has moved on already. She is going to break up with you as soon as she lands a new guy. Her not caring you were sick was key info. She does not care about you. Now block her on everything and don't look back. She is going to use this as an excuse. He was jealous and even stalked me, so she does not look bad. You need to CYA and remove all contact. Don't look back no matter what. Over time you not chasing her will eat away at her. Trust me, this is for the best. Man, I'm sorry but she is in deflecting mode to defend herself. Nobody wants to be the villain, even though in this case she is. You need to leave her and go and see, unless it's about her stuff at your place. Then always have someone present in meetings so she can't say you did something. She is no longer your girlfriend. That's how all cheating women are. When they are discovered, they become victims. You see her hugging you for more than 5 minutes and she says that as soon as she gets to know him. No one does that on their first outing. You ask her for help to pick you up on the road and she prefers to be with another man instead of going out to look for you. That woman has been cheating on you for a long time, and since you discovered her, she acts offended. Leave her, she is no longer your girlfriend. Next story 2. Girlfriend had double relationship. So 4 days ago, I found out my girlfriend has actually been secretly banging me behind the back of her actual boyfriend while he was trucking. A couple months back she started acting weird, told me she had begun going to therapy, and that she was starting to have stress about the idea of taking time away from me, starting an actual family with a woman my own age, and insisted an end to our relationship, at least temporarily. I agreed, of course, because at this point I had formed a genuine relationship and not my top priority anymore. I'd made it clear to her though that in no way did I believe I was settling, and that if I didn't want to be with her, then I wouldn't love spending so much time with her. This continued for about a month with no diminished happiness on my end, until 4 days ago when I texted her after work like I always do and asked her if she's had a nice day. She responded with a very manic sounding message saying something along the lines of, "This is the worst day of my life, you need to forget about me." I had no idea what was going on and immediately began to worry because I thought she might be hurt or in some kind of trouble. I attempted to call her, and she blocked my number, which only made me more concerned. Eventually she confessed to me on Snapchat that "I've been lying to you and I've been dating boyfriend this entire time. He went through my phone and caught me. We can't talk anymore if I'm ever going to convince him to trust me again." Of course I was floored, but I was still in worrying mode and just wanted to make sure she was alright. She told me that we have to stop for now. I told her basically that I'm not mad, I just wanted her to calm down and that I would check on her in the morning, even if only to calm me down by knowing she's okay. The next morning, I messaged her and saw that she had blocked me on Snapchat as well. I finally got a hold of her and we had a very short convo in which she reiterated we can't talk for a while, and I told her that things would be okay and that I still cared for her. That was the last I spoke to her, and I saw the following morning that she had also blocked my Instagram. It's slightly embarrassing to admit, but with a combination of no sleep for 2 days and all the extra worry and stress, I had a legitimate mental breakdown. Full tilt, no holds barred. I have never been that emotionally wrecked. It's now 4 days later, and I've managed to return to sanity, but all I can do is worry about her. Even though she undeniably me over, I still don't want her to be in any kind of bad situation or feel that nobody cares for her. I plan on giving her what she asked for and refrain from contact, but after a certain amount of time I want to reach out and just ask her to have enough respect for me to at least have one last conversation so that I can get some closure. Comment. Dude, let it go. This woman views you as a plan B, which blew up in her face, and now she's spewing lies after lies. She's someone else's problem. And if it was a partner of mine that did this, I would be the one blocking them and not wanting to know about their life. You're a young man, you have plenty of time to meet a quality woman instead of a cheating hoe. Already broke her promises to her man and telling you she can't talk to you for a while. What a liar and a cheat. Gross. As you said, back off, give her the space and time she needs and leave her with "Whenever you're ready, find me." Then go and see until you hear back. Till then, move on with your life without her. Next story 3. How to deal with the fact that father is a cheater and liar. Well, I haven't actually caught him in the act personally, but I know for a very long time he has been unfaithful and hooking up with other women for a long time. The first time I found evidence was when I was cleaning his car and found pictures. I was around 15 years old. I became curious and checked them, where I witnessed my father took pictures while penetrating 2 women in his car. I was furious. My sister and my mom also found out and we confronted him. He neither accepted nor denied the accusation and in some way threatened us not to make this a big of a deal, so that situation was swept under the rug. To this day I don't know how things went that way. Some years later I have come to possess of digital pictures and videos of him with different women which he has on his phone and portable hard drive, where he would be conducting sexual activity with different women. It is heartbreaking and disgusting having witnessed such a thing, especially when other people in my city that somehow know or found out about my father's infidelity, mention it to me so they can somehow belittle me and hurt me, and he still continues on screwing around, currently with a divorced woman that works for him, and that they have been doing that since she started working around 8 years ago, and neither of them don't want to stop and be together. The sad thing is that he doesn't seem to want to change, at all. It has also impacted me on how to approach a woman to start a relationship, because I'm single and want to have a serious relationship. All the disappointments, shocking discoveries, and being lied to had a negative impact on me. Which brings me to the conclusion that those kind of men are selfish, liars, and won't change, no matter what. Like it is their right to cheat and no one should oppose that. Comment. My heart hurts for your mom to know that she married a man thinking who would love her, build a life with her, have children, grow old, but he goes out to humiliate her every day by cheating on her, destroying her soul day by day being with these women. That women he works with, knowing he has kids and a wife, should also be ashamed, as she is aware he is a married man. I am sorry you are going through this, and you are strong for dealing with it at such a young age. I can't imagine seeing those pictures of your dad and videos with those women and what that it does to you. If you can, please get counseling so it can help with your future relationships. You are deserving of healthy relationship going forward, you strong just by caring so much for your mom and her well-being. She needs to divorce your dad. I know you stated that she hasn't worked, but she is entitled to half as she been married to him. Maybe if you can get a consult with a divorce lawyer, you already have so much proof with all those pictures and videos. She deserves to be free from your dad, she deserves to find someone who will cherish her if it's just for companionship. Your dad doesn't deserve the family he has, you all should go no contact with him. But please go and get a consult with a divorce lawyer, you all deserve the best going forward. Also individual therapy to help with all the emotions, trauma, and how to move on to a health start. Good luck. Why does your mom have to put up with his nonsense? You must distance yourself from his poor life choices. The world is a huge place, and no amount of pressure or conversation will change his mind now. I'm sorry you had to deal with it, but just distance yourself from him. You need to stop worrying about how it makes you feel and help your mom leave. There is loads she can do to get out. He will have to pay her alimony and you and her can get a place to stay. Never too old to start working. Stop talking to him simple, act like he isn't even there. And tell your mom how you feel, and she has two choices: fight and leave or stay and lose you. Tell you dad, you're done with him and he is no longer your father. Okay, let's start with, he is your dad, not you. What he does shouldn't affect you, unless he's bringing you with him while doing these things. See, what you aren't getting is he couldn't cheat on anyone if they don't stay with him, right? Your mother stays and accepts it. That's on her. You and your love life had nothing to do with what he does. He isn't cheating on you. See, what kids have to learn is what your parents do to each other, isn't being done to you. Yeah, you see it and see and feel the pain, but ultimately it wasn't done to you. You can, however, learn to be a better person by not repeating their mistakes. You can also learn by the lies he tells and how to spot if and when someone cheats. The main thing to take from this as well is not only not to be like your dad, but also not to be like your mom and accept cheating and disrespect. Just because your parents went through cheating doesn't mean you will.